Hey guys.
Natalie, where are we?
We are in the underbelly of Mike Hess Brewing.
Oh.
And we have something special for you. Here, follow us.
So, all right.
What is this place?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Oh, look like we were...
This is Jason Stockburger and BB back there. And we are, what are we looking at, Jason?
Beer.
We are making beer.
This one's an orange honey wheat.
Woo!
a lot of beer in there. Should it smell like beer yet? It smells sweet.
It does smell sweet. All right.
And look at that main control center over there.
Oh, yeah. There we go. All the secrets.
Oh, he had to turn the screen off because there was some trade secrets showing. Oh, it looks like a different page you sent it to, the mock one.
All right, guys.
Take a quick look around this place, Natalie.
All right, hold on. All right.
This is one of the coolest looking breweries there is in Southern California.
Joe Harris, it is Mike Hess Brewing. Look at that. So this is the front where you come in.
Look at that walkway. It's
And
like
this right here is the walkway that goes up to the tasting room.
so cool, man.
Yes, yes. Jason Harris says hello.
Hi, Harris.
So we are happy today, and we got a brew review kicking off at noon. Special guest, it's that guy right there.
Yes. So stay tuned. We're gonna go grab our beers and get set up, and we will see you in a little
We're
bit.
gonna teach you how to drink beer at a brewery like a boss.
All right. See you guys a little bit.
Join us
Stay
soon.
tuned. Connection. All right. We're live. There we go. Welcome to Hoppily Ever After's Friday Brew Review. My name is Natalie from the Devil Wears Parsley, and this is my husband, Angel, from the Barrel Aged Vegetarian.
What's up, beer nuts?
Hi. So we are coming to you live on location from Mike Hess Brewing Company.
In North Park, San Diego. So
Yes.
format's changing a little bit today. We don't really have a great list of what's on shelves in the local regions, but
But we have a great list of what's on tap
yeah, we do.
here at Mike Hess.
And no doubt. So today, we want to teach you how to drink beer like a boss at a brewery. And we got 5 great tips for you. And we also have a special guest. And we're going to bring him out in just a little while. Some of you may know him, but we'll get to that in just a little while.
We're gonna go over our 5 tips first. So,
All right, so wait, they should probably go grab a beer.
Yeah, go grab your beers, guys.
Grab your
We'll wait.
lunch.
Dun, 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 dun,
All right, you should have been ready from the get-go.
dun.
All right, so very important. You can't just come into a brewery, Natalie, and think that you're going to rule the day, you know? There's some things that you should know. And if you've never been to a brewery, then we don't want you to be intimidated to go to one. It's like I was intimidated to go to my first heavy metal show. And you're the one who broke me from that.
That's right.
Because I thought the whole thing was a mosh pit. Is my vision of a heavy metal show, and you're like, no, there's regular seating for people and this and that.
Yeah, but it can be intimidating coming to a brewery if you don't, if you're not used to it.
Yeah, so we want to break those fears and kind of prep you for awesome ways to be a boss at a brewery.
Yes.
So, Natalie, we did one of the first things today when we knew we were coming here. All right?
We're leading by example today.
So, first tip. Eat first or bring food to the brewery. Some breweries sell food via their own kitchen or food trucks, which is a big thing. But to be honest, most don't. Breweries that don't sell food often allow restaurant deliveries or allow patrons to bring in food, which is not a common thing in other businesses, to bring in food into a business, Breweries are the exception for that. All right, so eating food and drinking water will help you have an enjoyable and an extended visit to a local brewery.
Yes.
Like a boss. Natalie, what are some of your experiences with that?
I can enjoy my experience longer, like you said. I can have 3 beers maybe instead of 2. So that's good for you, and it's good for the brewery. So yeah, and we did that today. We actually we went to a place called Breakfast Republic here in
just
San
up
Diego.
the block from the brewery.
They had great breakfast food, so we kind of fueled up. We knew we were going to be drinking today, so in order to extend our stay today, we ate our breakfast and we drank a lot of water.
Yeah, you know, one thing about going to a brewery is a lot of them, not this one in particular, but a lot of them are in these warehouse,
like industrial areas,
and there's no like Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr. or mom and pop restaurants in the immediate area. So you definitely don't want to get to a brewery because the beers are stronger, all right? This ain't Coors Light. These beers some packs some ABV, and you want to be able to enjoy those and have a full stomach.
Yes, and Mike Hess does have food trucks.
Yeah, and I think they got one coming at 4 o'clock today. But it's noon, and they just opened right now.
Yeah.
So for 4 hours,
there's no food.
there's no food, and
So
it's lunchtime.
bring your own. All right.
All right, the next thing.
Now,
The
it's
next
my
second tip.
turn. All right, the second how to drink beer like a boss tip is to try a flight. When you come to breweries, there are so many choices, you don't know what to order, right? So our suggestion is to try a sampling of their beers, which is called a flight. And if you've never been to a brewery before, I suggest ordering their flagship beers. Now, the flights are an average of 4 to 6 taster glasses of about 4 ounces each, and it'll cost you anywhere from $5 to $12. Flights are fun to share with your friends, and you can taste different styles of beer without committing to a full pint. So,
Definitely.
yeah, so let's define flagship. What does flagship mean?
Flagship, this is the brewery term. You do it better than me, I think.
All right, so a flagship, there are all the beers that you will find always at a brewery. They're gonna be there no matter what. So generally it's like IPAs, in this case Kolsch is always on here at Mike Hess. Porters, like the strong styles. The strong.
Yeah, it's the beer that I would say that the brewery started. One of the first beers they started brewing that they kind of had to keep regular for customers. Oftentimes, these are the beers that you can find available from those breweries in cans or in bottles in your local stores. So
Yeah.
the thing here is Mike Hess Brewing has, I think we read like 9 flagship beers on their website.
Yes.
And then they have several one-offs or beers that are just available here at the brewery.
Mm-hmm.
That's another great reason to come to these breweries so you can drink like a boss.
Special beers.
All right. Tip
All right.
number 3. Wait,
Oh no, we gotta taste them.
I'm gonna drink a little bit of beer, right? This is the Friday Brew Review. So
now this one's mine.
they've hooked us up here with a couple of flights of the same beers,
Yes. All right.
and we had.
I'm gonna do what Angel did. Okay, we're starting over here. We have got Claritas, and then that's the Kolsch style lager, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a sec. This one is Habitus Double IPA, number 2. Number 3 is the India Pale Ale Grapefruit Solace. Am I saying that right? All right. And the Infinity Plus 1 Triple IPA.
Woo! I'm
This one,
super excited
oh
about
man, yeah, I'm
the
excited
triple.
about that. All right, so
if I can get through the other 3, I'm really excited about hitting that triple. Because you know me and
Yeah.
Hops, we get together like pork and beans.
yes.
Before stopped eating pork, but you know what I mean. All right, Natalie,
All right.
I'd like to say cheers to you, my lovely wife.
Aw.
Cheers to Mike Hess Brewing Company for allowing us to, bonus. I wonder if I get a kiss from Mike Hess. For allowing us to, oh shit, I got one. Holy mother. I'm scoring today. I think that's the beer tender kind of winking at me too. We'll go see her in a little while. So,
Right.
cheers to Hess for having us. Hoppily Ever After at North Park, Mike Hess Brewing Company. Lordy, lordy, some damn good beers.
Yes.
One other format change we have today is we're not going to rate any individual beer. At the end of this episode, we're going to reveal what beer was our favorite to drink in this flagship.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, thank you guys all for joining us. We got a couple people.
Yeah, check it
Melissa.
out.
What's up, Melissa? Old School and Sherelle.
happy birthday, Melissa.
Yes, happy birthday. She asks, what is the growler situation at Hess?
Oh,
that's a really great question.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Nice
I promise.
segue, Sherelle.
Ah.
Oh, is that it?
Yep, that's
All right,
it.
and everybody else, thanks for joining us live here on Hoppily Ever After. It's Facebook Live. You can find it every week, Friday at noon.
Yes.
The next thing, since Sherelle brought up, what's the growler situation here?
No, that was Melissa, but...
Oh, that
okay.
was Melissa. Okay. So, invest in a growler was our next tip. Why stop the party when you leave the brew joint? Take beer home with you and help save the environment while you do it. Buying a growler can save money and it can reduce waste. Invest in a growler only if you plan on being a regular at that brewery, or else you end up having a house and a shelf just houses growlers,
Yes.
kind of like we do. We had to
Yeah.
build a special shelf because we ended up with like over 20 growlers,
yeah.
all right? So, and we used about 3/8 of them.
3/8 of them. It's kind of specific, but
Yeah.
that's about right.
You definitely only buy a growler if you're gonna be a regular at that brewery. Or if you just love it and it's like you want a shelf and you want to display your growlers, that's kind of cool too. Now, we're going to show you what they got here. It's a little bit different situation. They recently stopped producing these growlers and I believe they had the aluminum or the stainless
steel?
ones. So they recently stopped doing that.
Yeah. That's a 32-ounce growler.
Yeah,
A lot of them are 64 ounces, so they do take up
Perfect.
quite a bit of space.
what they have here,
Yes, this is the new thing.
this is called a growler. Okay, so what a growler is essentially a growler, but it's in a can. They have a canning line here. Actually, I think it was the first canning line to be at a brewery in San Diego.
Yeah, this isn't going on the canning line though. They have something
Doubt it.
special behind the.
They kind of just crimp the top down, right?
Yeah, they do something. It twists.
So
It
what-
goes in a circular motion.
So what you're getting is fresh beer right out the draft, right out the tap, to take home with you in a can.
Yeah.
And I don't
And
know, do you think there's some type of an enjoy-by date on cans? Real quick off camera? Probably is. Drink it fast, like
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, probably not more than a week. Just drink it. Drink it right when you get it home. Party time.
Okay.
Okay, my
So
turn.
the next tip on how to
The
be a
next-
boss, drink like a boss,
Drink like a boss.
while at a brewery. I'm gonna drink like a boss right now and
Yeah,
have some
I
of
know
this.
the double IPA habitus. That's
I
what I've been
believe-
sipping on. It's so good.
It seems like the name may have changed. I thought rye used to be on there, but I knew that this beer did some big things in 2014.
Yep, award winning. Carolina says, "Can I drink one now?" Yeah, girl. Go get yourself a beer, honey.
Beer, we got plenty to drink before this show is over.
All right, so when you come to a brewery, definitely talk to the staff. The craft beer community is always so enthusiastic about talking about beer. They're awesome. So don't be afraid to ask them for a little taste of something, like a little splash. They'll give you a little splash most times, and they will guide you in the right direction while making your beer choice. If you happen to be there on a slow day,
Yeah, go ahead.
ask for a tour. Some places are very excited to show off their facility.
Yeah, definitely. Man, I just had another taste of that, or a first taste of that Habitus double IPA rye. That thing is
So that's probably my favorite.
super legitimate.
Yeah, but I'm having a drink of this grapefruit solace. Oh my god.
Grapefruit has been like the big trend in craft beer. Several breweries have done it. Not all have done it well.
Yes.
But we bought one of these last week,
Yeah, last week.
and we shared it the other night.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pick that up if you can.
Yeah.
All right, tip number 5 for how to drink beer like a boss at a craft beer brewery. Bring your best friend. Man's best friend, that is. A lot of breweries are dog friendly, just like this one, but you want to make sure that you call and ask before you just bring Fido. All right, now, I don't know all the rules of, we don't have a dog. We try to bring our cats, but they wouldn't let us in with the cats.
Yeah.
We don't know all the rules, but I would suggest, just for backup purposes, you bring your own dish of water and food and maybe a gallon of water, just in case they're too busy to provide your dog with water at their brewery. And you can only bring your dog if it's 3 years old, which is 21 years of age in dog years, right? And it's got to have an ID. or at
Yeah.
least a dog tag.
But
All right, so those are
those are our
5 tips
to drink beer like a boss at
at
a brewery.
All right, we're gonna bring in the boss here, aren't we? Right after we give a few facts. Oh,
Oh, not yet? A few facts about.
let's give a few facts about Hess Brewing Company.
Okay.
All right, you have your fact list, Natalie?
I do.
Will I get up on this grapefruit solace?
Get up on it. All right. So Mike Hess was an avid home brewer for a long time, and they started as a nano brewery in 2009 in Miramar. That's in the San Diego area. He chronicled the whole process of starting up this nano brewery on his Hess Brewing Odyssey blog. And that's available. You can go to the MikeHessBrewing.com, and there is a link on the website to actually go to that blog. It's actually a reference for a lot of nano breweries from around the world. He gets asked a lot of questions about what the process is for doing a nano brewery.
Apparently, he's the one of the foremost authorities in building a nano brewery in the nation.
Yes.
Man, big props for that.
So, Mike Hess Brewing is the 33rd San Diego brewery. Started in July of 2010. They opened this facility to the public. Which is, no, in fall of 2012. I'm getting my facts mixed up.
It's okay, but it
I'm
is.
drinking beer, so.
But Hess was created in 2010 in July, which we're coming up on to 2016 July, and Mike Hess Fest 6th anniversary is just around the corner.
Yes, it's at the end of July. So make sure and get your tickets. You can get them on MikeHessBrewing.com.
And just like a boss, Natalie and I, we went to Hess Fest 4 and 5.
Yes, and they were all awesome. Get the VIP tickets.
Oh, brother, get the
Just
VIP.
get the VIP tickets, okay? It's worth it. And the last fact I have here is that they are the first brewery in San Diego to purchase their own canning line.
Oops, I kind of spilled beans on that one earlier, huh? Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And we went down and saw it one time, and it's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Breweries are producing beers in cans like it's nothing nowadays, and this is one of the places that was leading the way. All right,
All right.
it's time.
And now it's time.
Okay, we have a special guest that we would like to invite into Hoppily Ever After. This is our first guest, no doubt, and his name is Jason Stockburger. Hey.
He's a dear friend of ours. I don't know how, we've known each other for quite a long time.
Yeah, I know. It really.
I even went to your wedding.
He
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's
and
right.
we went to his wedding,
Yeah.
and he had beer there.
We had a lot of beer there.
And
Yeah.
you know what? That weekend, you were working here, right?
I was.
That weekend, as well as his bow tie and his tux, he had a ribbon of medal around him from winning an award. And where's that award from, Jason?
It was 2011 Great American Beer Festival, and it was for English Style Brown Ale, and I got my first silver. That was
Hell yeah.
my first big win in 2011.
Hell
Great
yeah.
American Beer Festival. To win an award at that festival it's just an amazing honor, I imagine.
Yep. And the day before I got married, so that wedding day was the greatest weekend of my life.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Living the dream.
All right, Natalie, we want to ask Jason some questions here, and we want to get you some insight from a brewer. So, Jason, we have some things to ask you. First, foremost, how did you get started in brewing? When we knew you as a long time ago.
I fussed with this guy at Fridays,
I
man.
used to work with those kids right there, Carolina, Melissa Mullen, these guys. We bust tables, and I came down to San Diego, got hired at Rock Bottom Brewery, which happened to be a brew pub and a restaurant. I started there as a waiter, and I did some bussing and some bar backing, and fell in love with the beer process, the beer scene here early on. And I asked the brewer there at the time if I could help him out, clean some decks, scrub some floors and tanks, and shovel some grain, and he gladly took on my help. And I would go in there before and after my shifts, and he just couldn't get rid of me. I stuck to him like a fly, And I learned a few things along the road, and after a few months he hired me as an apprentice, and I just took everything he had to offer. And a few years later he left the company and went to work for Coronado Brewery, and I took over that brewery and ran that brewery for another 3 or 4 years on my own. And then, luckily enough, Mike Hess Brewery picked me up after that about 3 years ago, and this is my 13th year brewing craft beer for San Diego, and I couldn't be happier.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, definitely.
13 years.
Damn, 13 years. That's a long time.
It's a long time, yeah.
Hey, if any of you have any questions for our brewer, now's the time to ask the brewer. We'll keep an eye out for that.
Oh, Melissa says, love you, miss you, Jason, and congrats on all your successes. Oh, Carolina says, hi, Jason. Lucia says, nerds.
Beer nerds for life.
All right, I have a fun question for you. Besides the 4 essential ingredients of beer, what other ingredient has been your favorite to add to beer?
I have 2.
Okay.
I'd say coffee.
Okay.
I'd hate to say this, don't get this on record, but I love coffee even more than I like beer. I know, I said it. So if I could put coffee in beer, I will. I'll put it in IPAs, I'll put it in stouts, porters, anything black, anything malty. Roasted grain and roasted coffee go hand in hand together. We'll put shots of coffee over beer. Anything, any beer you can find, I put coffee in it. My second favorite is putting whiskey in beer.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Why didn't I think of that?
All right,
I love
so
whiskey too.
so you're not saying putting beer in a bourbon barrel?
Well, that too, but just drop that shot of whiskey right in that beer and make yourself a Boilermaker, like a boss.
Yeah, like a boss.
That's awesome.
I love it.
I remember going to the other location before, and did you do something with tequila?
Yeah, one of the things I did was I'd take a skillet, like a hot cast iron skillet, and I would take oak cubes, like a medium toasted oak cubes you can buy at your local homebrew shop, and I would pour whiskey or tequila. This one happened to be tequila at the time, and I would flamethrower with it with a torch, and I would get it smoking hot, and I would torch all the whiskey tequila, and get the cubes smoking hot, and then I would throw it in a cask. So you've got wood character, you've got tequila, and at that time I used a Kolsch, and sometimes I throw a little chili pepper in there and it's heat up. You got smoke, you got heat, and you got that light beer. I'd cask it, I would prime it with sugar and add more yeast in there and cask it off, and then we'd serve it up on the bar about 2 to 3 weeks later.
What's the purpose of heating it up in the cast iron skillet? Smoke. Okay.
Smoke.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Campfire, smoky. It's like a smoked light beer, a little bit of heat and a little bit of tequila. We squeeze a little lime on there. We always did that for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Now earlier we said that a lot of breweries, a lot of flights are made up of 4 to 6. Today we have 5. But that time that we went down there, and I think we actually helped you brew that day. After that, you hooked us up with 10 samples of beer, and I remember walking away from those beers and not being able to finish them all, and that may have been the first time and the last time that that's ever happened, because I've become a boss since then. But I'll admit that here. I'm not too afraid to admit that. All right. We'd like to congratulate you on the big win for the Claritas Kolsch.
Let me grab this can so you folks at home can see it.
There we go.
There's a can of my Claritas.
There we go.
It's a cool style, traditional. We have a really cool open top too. If you haven't seen our cans, you can pull the whole top off of it. This one's got almost all Pilsner, a little bit of wheat, a little bit of Munich, very traditional German hops in there. And our fermentation profile is very unique to us, and I can't tell you about it because that's the true secret to making that beer as good as it is. But
More secrets here at Mike Hess.
we do mess with the fermentation temperatures and bring out certain nuances of the yeast character, and I can't tell you about that, but that's where it is.
Oh man.
That's what makes that beer so special. And what awards have you won with that beer?
This year, it's gotten 2 so far. We got a gold medal at the San Diego International Commercial Beer Festival for Kolsch, and I just picked up the gold medal at the World Beer Cup for Kolsch also. It's 4th award so far. A couple years ago, we went in Arizona at the Commercial Beer Festival there. It also earned one at Los Angeles about 2 years ago also.
Hey, while we got time, Natalie, why don't you reach over that rye, and
Yeah.
this beer ain't no joke either.
Yeah. Check
You
it out.
see the can tell say,
Look at that little banner. See the drop-down banner on there too?
spin that sucker around now.
banner. Oh,
Yeah, look at that banner.
which one?
The black one.
Yep.
Turn
World
it.
Beer Cup.
Oh, there we
2
go.
years ago, they got a gold award
Hell
for
yeah.
best rye beer.
It,
So-
I read that it unseated Ruthless Rye from Sierra Nevada.
Yeah,
Boom.
Ruthless Ride took gold 2 years before that, and this year they took silver and we took gold. So it was really awesome to go right next to those guys and take it. It's a great beer too. We're a fan of their beer as well.
That really says something. Sierra Nevada is a nationwide distribution setup. They're growing remarkably, and this place is right behind it apparently, and side to side with it. When you win a gold medal or a medal at the World Beer Cup, you hold that title for 2 years. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right.
2 years.
Congrats on that, man.
Hell
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so we're trying to learn how to drink like a boss here at the brewery today. Natalie,
Yes.
you asked Jason if he has any tips.
What other tips can you give our viewers to drink like a boss at a brewery?
Well, if you know anybody in a brewery and friends that work there, or get you the in, make yourself get a tour. You know, ask around, see if they'll let you come downstairs and watch them make beer, watch them filter beer, all the fun stuff that goes along packaging, and then see if they'll let you sample off of the fermenters and the brights they got sitting around. They've got a bunch of fun stuff, barrels and all kind of fun, tasty beers you can try. We pull beers right off the Zwickle. We call them Zwickle pours, and what we do in the morning at 6 a.m. is we all come through and we taste every single one of the beers, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So those Zwickle pours at 6 a.m. is drinking like a boss.
Say that word again.
Zwickle.
Wiggle?
Zwickle. Zwickle.
The Zwickle boards.
Zwickle.
Zwickle.
It's easier to say after you had a few of these beers.
Okay, I need to catch up.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
No, I've never done that here.
We're gonna do it right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Was I subtle enough in asking him, guys?
I'll tell you what, there's nothing like taking a beer bong off a 120 barrel fermenter.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
I might even get some video of somebody doing that in a little while too. Put it up here in the comments or repost it, something like that.
All right.
That's awesome, Jason. We really appreciate you guys. We got a question?
Yeah, we have some questions. Michael Testa, thank you for joining, guys. He says, what is your go-to beer?
Right now, for me, that's my question?
Yep.
Right now, my favorite beer on the planet is Stone Americano Coffee Stout.
Ooh,
Really?
that sounds good.
It is marvelous. I make love to this beer. If you can find it, they put coffee in it, fresh coffee, and it's just super smooth chocolates and coffee. It's nothing real winey or astringent. Soft beer, but just marvelous.
Wow.
I've seen that beer on shelves, so that's what's on shelves now.
Yes. go
Now I'm gonna
get
pick it
one.
up. I really wasn't interested in it. Something about the labeling, or
Huh.
I really wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
But
All right, let's see. Oh, he says great answer. Sherelle asks, what is your favorite coffee and whiskey?
Well,
Whoa.
coffee right now, there's a local roaster. They got a real small roaster, and it's called Dark Horse. And it's just super strong flavors of coffee. It's unadulterated coffee, and I usually go over there when they're roasting and have them give me a bag right off that roaster, and that's what I use in my beer when I coffee caffeinate in my beer. So I would say Dark Horse right now.
Okay, that's the coffee.
It's coffee.
now Cheryl's a big.
Whiskey.
She's a whiskey
Connoisseur.
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 So do you have a favorite whiskey?
I would say like Scotch is my favorite. It's a whiskey too in its own right, but I have a few. One is Scapa, if you ever heard of it. Another is Tormore. That one's just marvelous. It's a small distillery that's been running for longer than anybody's been around.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And here in San Diego?
No, it's in
Oh,
Scotland.
okay, gotcha.
So I'm a Scotch guy. I say whiskey because it's what I can always find. I drink a lot of Johnny Walker if I'm at a joint and they don't have the Scotch or the whiskeys that I like. So I'd say Johnny Walker.
Yeah. All right. Michael has a keg of that stone beer that you said.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Justin says that's a cool damn can. You're damn right it is.
Hey, they go.
What's up?
They go with their tops down here at Mike Hess Brewing Company. So that's another reason why to come on down here. Hey, we have another brewer standing right here.
This is the guy.
Hey.
Check out BB, guys.
This guy brews all the beer here. This guy, he's the one that brewed that beer for that award recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Congrats
Oh,
on
wow.
that, man.
Yes,
Fantastic beer.
Hell yeah.
That's the guy.
BB, how long have you been
Awesome.
working here?
Just about 2 years.
About 2 years?
This month, actually, yeah.
All right.
How long have you been brewing?
2 years this month.
Oh, wow. This month.
What kind of teacher did you
I
have?
had the best teacher, this guy right here.
Oh,
like
man.
the boss, Jason. What better person?
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Brewery problems.
Brewery problems.
All right.
Our boiler just crashed.
Everybody, say thanks to Jason. He's got some situation to handle.
We'll figure it out. I'm too busy drinking.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, Justin asks, where can I buy their beer? Are you talking about Mike Hess? I know you can get it at La Bodega, and I know I've seen it also at Bevmo.
Bedmo, yeah.
Yeah.
All the spots up there in Redlands at Gerard's. They have it there.
And they also, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, Inland Empire, Orange County, and the beach areas, our beers just don't drive that well there for some reason. We sell a ton of beer here in San Diego, also in the Bay Area. So if you guys can help us out on the other end and buy some more beer out there, I know that you guys will enjoy it, and I know they'll start picking up more there. And in fact, I'm not even worried about selling more beer because I can't. I have so many orders I can't even make the beer that I'm trying to sell. We're just maxed out. So.
Yeah, so look for this place to expand eventually because they're outgrowing their cool little underbelly of a brew room over there.
Yes.
So we look forward to that. I mean, in the IE right now, Natalie and I just picked up the Berliner Weiss. What's the name of that?
My Other Vice?
My Other Weiss. We picked that up. $5, bomber size.
Dude,
We
very
picked up
affordable.
the Coffee Gracias. And also the
grapefruit.
The grapefruit Solus is there, as well as the.
Is that the one?
That's
Yep,
our number one
that's the
selling beer right
one.
now.
It's so good.
And it's all priced right too, man. They're not ripping you, and it's
We just want to make beer.
it costs a lot to make a fruit style beer like the grapefruit Solus. But I can't get over this beer that you brought over here. I do not see this in the stores.
Yes.
This is a triple IPA called Infinity.
You
Plus
can
one.
only get it at Costco.
What?
They bought the rights to that beer. They wanted to buy it, so we sold them 10,000 cases of it.
That's amazing.
And here? You can get it here, right?
Yeah, all the locations in San Diego have it, and Costco, and we're gonna make them another 90 barrels of it, all in bars. So Costco will have it. There are some places in the Bay Area that have it on draft, and you can get it here on draft. I have bottles here on draft, and bottles on draft, but you can't find it out in the Riverside area.
Well, this is
Sorry.
a well balanced but strong, boozy,
It's a beast.
malty, a lot of hop added. I could tell.
It's a beast. So we call it Simcoe and Amarillo.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Very cool. All the more reason to come down here and get some.
What kind of
Take
malt
the trip.
is used for this, Jason?
It's all two-row, little dextrin in there, a simple base. It was all about hops, and it was all about bringing that out and trying to make a 12.3% triple IPA that drank like an 8.
Boy, so good. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for joining this episode 8 of Hoppily Ever After's Friday Brew Review. What better guest to have on drinking beer like a boss at a brewery, dude?
This guy
guy's
is
the
the
man.
boss.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Love you guys.
All right.
Love you too, man.
Join us next week,
Yes.
Friday at noon. It's Hoppily Ever After with Natalie Weiser Orozco, the Devil Wears Parsley, and Angel Orozco, her sidekick.
A barrel-aged vegetarian.
All right, guys,
All right.
come join. Come to Hess. Come to Hess Fest in
Come to-
July.
Come to Hess and ask for me. I'd love to give you a tour. We'll do some look pours.
We're gonna go do some
We're
Zucca
gonna do
pours
some Zucca. All right.
right now.
Bye, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.